What up, y'all? So I'm back. Alright. You already know Cam's DIY. You already know Cam DIY Live. I got Cam DIY channel on YouTube, and then I got IC Podcast where we talk about stuff like this, and I run it with my homegirl. Okay. So if y'all just like to let y'all know, I gotta run this live pretty fast, and the reason being is because basically I'm in a car. Alright. I don't know if this stuff gonna cut off. I'm doing the best I can. I'm gonna try to run it as fast as I can so I can get everything in, and I jotted everything down so it's not an issue. Okay, I gotta make sure that my Wi-Fi is staying connected, and which it is. So I'm gonna run through this real fast. I'm gonna talk about the BET Awards. I'm gonna talk about CENAT, his live, and I'm definitely gonna talk about what's going on in the world today as far as the streets and what's going on with this anti-ICE protest and all that good stuff. So let's start it off with 106 Park, because that took place a few days ago at the BET Awards, right? So a couple of days ago on June 9th, it was the awards. It took place, and it was a throwback that they did basically for 106 Park, which was amazing to me. It was Ashanti. She was looking so nice. She had on her all black. She had on her icy chain. She's a new mom, if y'all don't know that, and her baby daddy / husband, or husband to be, is Nelly, right? Also, the song that she performed that I love was "My Days Are Cold Without You." Without you. Okay, I love that song, y'all. So then they had Jim Jones come out, and y'all already know Jim Jones is an OG. All right, you already know him. Cameron, all of those guys came out together. But he did his own thing on the stage with Ballin'. Alright, so shout out to Jim Jones, okay? One more time. Alright. I love that performance. Then they had A-Marie come out. I was shocked to see A-Marie. I haven't seen A-Marie in a very long time. Now, A-Marie is a beautiful lady. She conducts herself very well on stage, on the camera, everything like that. Very classy looking. She kind of like a little Power Ranger to me, the way her setup was. But shout out to A-Marie, alright? She had on the all white. She was real cute, looking like that real sweet, innocent girl that she used to look like back in the day, right? If y'all used to watch 106 Park or used to watch music videos, you should know who A-Marie is, right? Alright, so then, I can't lie, all the songs was from the early to mid 2000s, okay? They also brought out Keisha Cole, right? And Keisha Cole, I mean, y'all, I be trying to be discreet. Alright, so yeah, they brought out Keisha Cole and her burgundy. The burgundy was very classy. I'm not gonna lie. Maya, when they brought out Maya, I was very excited that they brought out Maya. Maya, the favorite song that she performed, "What You Gonna Do When You How You Gonna Act?" Love Maya, okay? Maya, a very good looking lady as well. All right, very classy and all those good things, right? But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm showing my age at this point. It's ridiculous, okay? Alright, so then they brought out T.I. the King, you already know. He did his thing, he rocked the crowd. You could see Tyler Perry was in the crowd, he was jamming. Shout out to Tyler. Then they Free popped up. Oh yeah, Free, y'all. If y'all remember 106 Park, Free and AJ, they showed up. AJ did not show up. AJ, he got his own show now. I forget what his show is, but AJ did not show up. But Free, sorry y'all, gotta keep my Wi-Fi going. Free did show up. So shout out to Free. She was looking good, real classy. Like, I love Free. I think she is one of the original hosts on 106 Park. Way before Bow Wow, way before, is it Tigers? I don't know who it was. But Free is that lady, okay? Also, she is a legend, you know. I can't believe they brought out the B2K, Omarion, and all those guys. I was shocked to see them, especially after the drama that happened and transpired, you know, B2K with Raz B and Chris Stokes and all of that crazy stuff that happened. But not only that, it was some more drama that happened when it came to Omarion and his baby mama. So Omarion and I believe Lil Fizz, his baby mama left him and went with Lil Fizz. So that was a shocker. But that was a big drama. But shout out to them because they was able to come together and perform. Alright. Then they brought out that grand finale, Mr. 106 Park himself, Bow Wow. Now they started out with the one song, Take You Home. I was hyped in the mud when they was going to play Take You Home because I'm a huge Bow Wow fan. I remember on either my birthday or Christmas, I had my mama buy me that first album that came out of Bow Wow, where he holding the pit bull and the dog and like that. That song, I believe that song was on there. If it wasn't on that one, it was on the second album. But anyway, Bow Wow came out, he rocked it. He was looking very nice, cut up. You could tell he been in the gym. He looked real healthy. He did a nice performance. He brought out JD. He also played this song with Sierra. I ain't never all that good stuff. I know the words, y'all, but like I said, I'm pressed for time. All right, so yeah, so let's keep it pushing. So then you got the red carpet, which of course the red carpet take place before the 106 in Park, but people still be on the red carpet. They also had performances, like Mario performed on there. He killed it. He was singing to the ladies. They had Honey Baby, Lil Kim performing. They got a song together. Hold on, y'all. I got a phone call. Give me 1 second. I told y'all I'm live. I'm hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah. Are you here?
Yeah.
Where you at?
I'm in a car right now.
I'm stressed.
You stressed?
Did they change your days?
You said what? Did I change my days?
Did they change them?
No, I didn't.
No, I said they changed my days.
They changed your days?
Yeah.
Stop it. I gotta look and see mine.
I'm not gonna walk out.
Don't walk out. Don't walk out. I'm on live in the car.
Oh, they all in my business.
You fine. I'm gonna have you come out here and get on this live.
I'm a strong woman. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I'm a strong woman.
Yeah. She's strong. She good. I'm about to come in a minute though. I'm gonna finish this live up real quick. Alright, bro. Alright, so yeah. So my bad, y'all. That's my coworker. She cool though. Alright, so yeah, the red carpet. Back to business. The Mario performing killed it. I already said about Honey Baby, Lil Kim, and all them. Alright, and then my favorite uncles, you already know, Yin Yang Twins. They was looking like my favorite uncles from the South out there. You hear me? They rocked it. I thought that was the most hilarious, coolest, funniest performance ever, right? They did Wait Till I Show You This. Wait till I show you this. You feel me? And then, the funniest part about that though, why they block out the D word, like wait till you see my dick, right? They blocked it out, but then they said ski, 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 and I'm like, what? It's contradicting, right? But anyway, and they said to the window, to the wall, to the strap down my ball. You feel me? They ain't have a problem with saying ball, but they had a problem with saying dick. And you already know I ain't finna cuss on here. I just thought that was a little weird. It's like, how do certain words get blocked out when they performing, but the other words you can clearly say? Keep it pushing, y'all. Alright, so then we're gonna get into this 25-year anniversary of the BET Awards. Let me make sure my Wi-Fi is staying on here. Alright, and then you already know it was hosted by the legendary Kevin Hart, so shout out to Kevin Hart. Alright. You already know he's funny, okay? But he's shocking at the same time. He seemed cool, but a little harsh when he was giving out his jokes. Comedy at its finest, though, right? At least it didn't go like how the Will Smith and the Chris Rock show went. You know what I'm saying? I think Kevin Hart, is a different type of breed. But anyway, he rocked the show. Y'all, excuse me, hold on. He did rock the show. When he started, he calling people by their government name. I thought that was very, very funny. I did not know Glorilla's middle name was Hallelujah. Okay, he called Lil Wayne by his name. He called Snoop Dogg by his name. All that was hilarious to me. Hopefully y'all can see me, y'all. My light ain't the best. I'm using my car light up here. So look off. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all a little bit of something. But it ain't like the natural light I use. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, but yeah, he rocked it. He started calling people by the government, like I said, actually, okay. And then, when it came to Jamie Foxx, it seemed like, I got another phone call, hold on. It seemed like Jamie Foxx really loved the show. I done got off track. He got on her Kirk Franklin. Okay, so the Jamie Foxx jokes was a little harsh because we love Jamie. You already know, if y'all know about him, his health care that he been through lately. Well, he had a health scare, a stroke, and he did mention that. I thought that was a bit harsh, but we love Jamie. And then he did talk about Kirk Franklin, how he be dancing all across the stage, and he be slanging the he be doing the D-slanging on the stage. All right, so shout out. I thought that was funny, but shout out to Kirk. Also, he was grateful, happy, and you can see the joy on on all their faces, really. You can see Jamie Foxx, he cried when Jennifer Hudson came out. Jennifer Hudson did an amazing job. She did an amazing job. She reminded me of back in the day when you go to church and you had that soulful lady that did that song, and they always make her sing every Sunday to end out the church, and we praise the Lord and all that. Love Jennifer Hudson. All right. Glad to see her come out. Y'all know that her and Jamie had this movie together. Was it Dreamgirls? I think it's Dreamgirls, but don't let me lie. I think no, Ray Charles. I don't know. They were in a movie together. But the whole point of what I'm saying to y'all is it was a tribute to Jamie Foxx is what I'm saying. He got an iconic award at the BET Awards, okay? And they did a tribute for him, and she was part of it, okay? And I thought that was legit. I thought that was cool. And Jamie really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen the awards, you did. We just talking the talk, right? And I want y'all to leave in the comments what y'all think of the awards. I'm just going through it to engage with the audience, engage with y'all, and see what y'all thoughts were on it, because I thought this awards was beautiful, okay? She did take us to church. Shout out to American Idol for putting Jennifer Hudson on. I believe that's where she started. Let's get to Teyana Taylor, okay? She killed it. Teyana Taylor killed it, okay? She killed the award. She did her thing. She reminded me of the female Chris Brown, all right? She's very talented. She bought out the co-host Taraji P. Henson for that new movie that they have out with Tyler Perry, which is directed and written by Tyler Perry, called Straw. All right, if you haven't seen that, I talked about that on my earlier live. Check it out. If not, get on Netflix and watch it. Get on Netflix and watch it, please. It's a nice movie. Bring out all kind of emotions, okay? I like the tech dance she was doing. The song that she was, I'm sorry y'all, I'm looking at one, I'm looking at somebody walk by, a baddie. All right, so anyway, the song that she was doing called Long Time, she killed that song. I love it. No cap, I feel like it's probably the next best thing going. I feel like she basically just blew up out of nowhere, and not out of nowhere, because she been out here. I'm not saying that she ain't been that, because she has, but 2 kids later, after a failed relationship or marriage, she back out here doing her thing. Shout out to Teyana Taylor. That performance really made me put eyes on her and really pay attention to how talented she is. It's hard to find somebody who can do music and can act. I would check my Wi-Fi. We good. Hard to find somebody who can do music and can act. So shout out to Teyana Taylor, right? All right. Y'all go look at her new video too. It dropped out about a week ago. Like I said, it's called Long Time. It's very clubbish / Madonna type feel. All right. She definitely, I think, is on her way to being a legend. All right. And also, guess on the little T side, I guess she's now with a guy named Aaron Pierre. All right. Her new man, very nice looking man. He's an actor / model. I did see him in a Nicki Minaj video years ago. You see right through me. How do you do that? All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I got to work on my lessons, my singing lessons. So, yeah, I seen him on that. And then shout out to the album of the year. It went to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Kendrick. He been doing his thing. He another one that had a comeback of forever. Not to downplay none of his work and music, because I know he got some real serious, real deal fans. And I'm a fan as well. But the way he just took over 2025, 2024 is amazing. All right, so shout out to him. He definitely got his award. I love the Tyler Perry speech. Tyler Perry was very deep. He was pro-black. It was nice. It was encouraging. Of course, Jamie Foxx is the ultimate icon. He won that award, Sweet Touching. I did cry. You already know. I already mentioned that when he talked about his health scare. Okay, he did a quick vocal from the Ray Charles. Man, he can sing, and the sounds just like Ray Charles, which I think is crazy. Jamie Foxx is definitely a legend. Really need his flowers. Really should have been getting his flowers. He been doing his thing probably since the early 90s, man. Maybe even the 80s. I don't know how far back he go, but from shows to movies to singing. If you don't know Jamie, he is a very talented man. I know it's some YNs out here that might not know Jamie Foxx, but now's the time to get to know the man, because he the truth. And then they brought out Mariah, the sweet butterfly. Very cute. She was doing her speech on the prompter. You could tell that she was doing her speech on the prompter. But other than that, Mariah Carey. Did I say Mary J. Blige? I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't see Mary J. Blige at the awards. Interesting. But anyway, Mariah Carey did come through, and Snoop got his award, and he did a performance. He was on there doing his sea walk. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing on that, and still dancing. Shout out to Snoop. He is also a legend. He been doing his thing for a very, 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 very long time as well. Also, they gave, you know, Kirk Franklin the Icon Award as well. He did his thing. I was very, very shocked to see his performance. But sorry, y'all. Somebody back out there distracting me talking. They honored Angie Stone. So if you're an Angie Stone fan, they honor her. By the way, all the people that they honored, whether they got an award, whether they got did a performance or whatever, it was a lot of people across the board at this awards from the early 90s all the way into today. And that's what I liked about the awards. It was very versatile. It called for everybody to want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a fan of music, if you're a fan of movies, if you're a fan of black art, this awards really touched a lot of different areas and a lot of different bases. So shout out to the 2025 awards for sure, for sure. I just wanted to put that out there. All right, so then Playboy Carti did his thing. He brought his new found energy to the stage. I know he's not a new artist, but to me he's very youthful. Not sure what he was saying, but it sounded good for sure. I did like Rather Lie song. He had got a song called Rather Lie. I did like that song. It gave me very much auto-tune vibes. It reminded me of Future, but in a different type of way. That's the type of music I feel like he's putting out at this time. So the show got closed out with Kirk Franklin himself. He killed the stage. He took us to church. I promised that I felt like I was at church listening to him. One of the best performers out there. And I'm just going to be honest, between Kirk, Tiana Taylor, and Jennifer Hudson, I'll just try to swing it up in order who I think was the best performance, right? Because I want y'all to know, and I want y'all to tune in. Y'all let me know who was the best performance, in your opinion, of the 25th anniversary BET Awards. I feel like the best performance, okay, between Tiana Taylor, Jennifer Hudson, and Kirk Franklin. Jennifer Hudson, of course, was part of the tribute, but she killed the stage. So I'm going to have to give it to, all together, Tiana Taylor, Jennifer Hudson, and then Kirk Franklin, in my humble opinion. For different reasons. Tiana Taylor had the dance, the singing kind of down pat, the dancers, and the show overall. You know what I'm saying? It was very captivating. Jennifer Hudson, pure talent, pure singer, a voice that just need to be heard that only one person got. Kirk Franklin, dancing, singing, strong voice, killed his speech. You know what I'm saying? The speech made you feel like you could do anything. So shout out to all three of them, but those are the best performers to me as far as the BET Awards. All right, so let's keep it moving. Like I said, y'all, if this cut off, I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to get through the Kai CENAT stream of the BET Awards, and I'm going to try to get through to the anti-ice, okay? Forgive me, I'm trying to move fast. But anyway, let's talk about the BET Awards live stream with Kai, okay? If you don't know, Kai CENAT is the guy for streaming and YouTube, okay? He has high numbers. He has over 27 million followers and subscribers, okay? He's an innovative leader. He's leading the culture forward as far as the youth, and a lot of people watch him, all right? He's 23 years old, so he is young. He's a creator. He comes from New York. He even starred in a movie called The Good Burger too, all right? Good Burger, you already know, that's with, what's their names? They used to be on Nickelodeon. I can't get their names. Kenan and Kel. They had their own show. They came out with a movie. They was real popular in the 90s, I believe. So they redid that movie with Kai CENAT in it. He got a lot of well-known ventures from Streamer University. He got the, I don't know exactly what they do at AMP, but they got a lot of things going on. He working on a lot of things with a lot of different people. He's very popular. I'm sure if you don't know him, your kids know him, your friends know him, your family, somebody around you know this man, okay? So things didn't move along like they did until Kai stepped on that red carpet, okay? He make things move. He's very popular. You could tell people move for him. He's well liked. So he made sure he got his people in. He made sure that he got his close friends in, some of his streamer friends, Tylil and then Rakai. He got them into the BET Awards, got them onto the red carpet and things like that. So he's that guy, and then at the same time, he's not gonna leave you behind if you close to him, and that's what I like about him. His character really showed who he was, okay, during that live. And let's see, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, so the only thing about it was that even though he was trying to get his friends and stuff in there, he couldn't basically get them, but only so far. All right, so the thing that about that is, I feel like even though you're a good person at heart, if you the one who chosen, if you the one who, I ain't gonna say he got all the sauce, but as far as the media go and the world go, he got the sauce. What the BET Awards showed me is that they real selective, and I don't know if they selective because it's a lot of people that want to come to the BET Awards, but they treat people a certain type of way. That's everywhere you go. Politics is everywhere you go. So I feel like he was able to get them, because the reason why I'm saying is because they were streaming too. So it was multiple lives going. So it was Kai, Tylil streamed, and Rakai streamed. They literally had to end their stream once they were inside of the award show, because they could not get so far. They could only get so far. So Kai got them through the door, through the crowd, but once it was time for him to get to his seat and actually enjoy the show, these guys were stuck in the back. Like, okay, the Tylil guy had his daughter with him, you know what I'm saying? So he's holding his daughter, and these guys can't even really get in to enjoy the show. They can't stream the show. Kai was the only one that could stream the show. Like, he's that guy. Alright, so everything about he stopped to talk to him. All you heard when he stepped on the red carpet, when he stepped inside the building, was Kai, all on his stream, y'all. Kai. Everybody wanted to shake his hand. Everybody wanted to be friendly. The ones who didn't know him, I mean, they didn't know him, but he stole the scene for sure. You know what I'm saying? From his point of view of his live, that's all you seen. Wi-Fi check, y'all. Alright, so keep it pushing. They made sure he was able to move through crowds and things like that. He handled his red carpet interview so well. That's another thing. He did so good on his red carpet interviews. Every media outlet that wanted to interview him, he tried to stop an interview. He answered all the questions, no stutter. He hugged everybody. He took a picture with everybody who wanted to take a picture. Seemed very down to earth. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, this dude is a 5-star. Like, you know how people say you a star? He's a 5-star, bro. He's a 5-star. To be able to do live just back to back all day for hours and hours, like, that is a real talent. Like, I'm you see how I'm doing. I'm struggling, feel me? And I'm sitting in the car. So shout out to him, man. I'm really a big fan of him. When him and Druski got together, the stream went crazy, you know what I'm saying? They showed us the award from a different point of view. I've never seen an award get streamed that way. That made me feel like I was actually at the awards with them. I really love that about that stream, and BET allowing him to do that. I'm gonna get to it, y'all. This stream was super entertaining. He for sure is a comedian. Shout out to his cameraman. Not his old cameraman, y'all. His old cameraman was caught up in a scandal with a miter. I think his name was Chris V. So he had to fire him, and Kai was very emotional about that. He said that cameraman was with him for the beginning of time when he first started this streaming thing. And so I guess he had to fire him because of the allegations, y'all, and it wasn't looking too good. And so his new cameraman is a Caucasian man, I guess, named Ryan. And he is, I want to just give props to him personally, just watching him. He's off camera, so you're not really watching him, but just to see somebody follow somebody for hours and hours and hours. I mean, this guy didn't even have a seat at the awards. He literally stood there the whole time recording Kai and recording Druski and recording Kevin Hart for hours, walking through crowds. I just can't imagine doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, because without the cameraman, you're not going to be able to see everything. You're not going to be able to see it in a certain light. You know, a cameraman can be an artist as well, right? All right, so let's keep pushing. All right, so shout out to him. He's a soldier. The way he moved through the crowd was crazy. So anyway, they took us backstage. with Kevin Hart. We got to see Kevin Hart's dressing room. Kevin Hart, CENAT and Druski, y'all, they the big three right now as far as comedy. All right, when they get together, it's crazy. So I was happy to see that in a different light. If y'all didn't see Kevin Hart get on Kai's stream, that did millions and millions of views. So it's very, very much something to watch. Okay, it's moving the culture forward. I watched the whole thing. Kevin Hart showed so much love to CENAT. Kevin Hart really looked like a cool guy. The thing about this live stream is you really get to get a picture of these people outside of production, outside of something that's put together. You get to see personality, man. One thing they was doing is drinking. They was throwing them back, but nonetheless, they made me want to go to the next awards. Okay, I got to see Keke Palmer on the live. She was on the live joking with them, calling herself the ball. I thought I was your ball, so she tuned in into the joke. Shout out to Keke. Kevin and Kai, they roasted each other a lot. I thought that was very funny. I thought Kevin jokes was funny. He consider himself an ON, which is a old, if y'all don't know what that is. And then, of course, Kai and his crew, they YNs, right? Okay, so the live was a party. Let me just say that. And Kevin Hart also brought out Kai and Druski on stage. So that was the main thing. He brought them out on stage, let them read the prompter. It was all comedy. It was all fun. He was giving them advice. That was sweet. I thought that was lit. What y'all think about the Kai? Oh, I want to know, what do y'all think about CENAT being the host of the next BET Awards? Y'all think he ready for that? All right. Like I said, he is a young man. He is 23, so hopefully we can see that sometime soon. But Kevin Hart, I think he got it on lock right now. All right, so I love the chat. I like how the chat tune in. I like how they give Kai direction. They let Kai know what's going on in other chats. You know what I'm saying? The chat is tuned in. Shout out to the chat. I need me a chat. I want a chat. A chat is like security in itself. Okay, they are real diehard fans. So that's a W. That's a W for Kai. All right. So W for Kai, 2W for Kai, and you know, I hope to see him do wonderful things. And you know what? One day I want to meet Kai. I know I'm doing my thing one day if I meet Kai. All right. Boom. We almost done. It didn't cut off. All right. So let's talk about the craziness real quick. All right. The craziness that's going on with the government. The craziness. I'm not going to say with the government. Okay. Let's just say with the people of America, and some of the people that are considered immigrants, and some of the people, I guess, that are not immigrants, right? They had a real serious fight going on. Let's give them a quick moment of silence. All right, that's good. That's just for the respect thing, all right? I respect everybody on this channel, okay? I really don't like talking about politics because it's touchy, but these anti-ICE protests done turned into raids, okay? They done turned into raids or considered being raids in New York and in California. Now, before we say something like that, let's separate the positive from the negative. And let's just be honest, you got negative people and you got positive people, okay? The negative people are the people, or the angry people, whoever, are taking advantage of these protests, and behind these protests becoming violent, doing things like vandalism, hurting people, putting themselves at risk, and putting our law enforcement at risk, okay? And then you got the people that's positive, that's doing the positive protests, protesting with respect, and just wanting to be heard, and just wanting to let the world know, hey, we're not happy with what's going on within our communities. We want to change it, right? It's supposed to be our right as Americans, as people, to be able to voice our opinion, be able to protest, and be peaceful about it. All right, we got the right to do that. Somewhere it done went left. All right, the allegations reported on the news is that President Trump had members of the California National Guard police the streets of Los Angeles during the protest, with was supposed to be a peaceful, which actually turned into what some say a riot, right? The governor, Gavin Newsom, was unhappy with the decision and put a lawsuit against President Trump. He explained that the president took it upon himself to send the National Guard and said it was an illegal move that would escalate the situation, right? After the president allegedly deployed, okay, they said 4,000 Marines. Then I heard something else. I heard 4,000, then I heard 400. But I'm gonna stick with the 4,000. Even recently I heard 400, so I don't know if it's 400 more on top of the 4,000. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's 4,000 altogether, but it's supposed to be, the original number I heard was 4,000. Okay, Marine members to the state, and this is the state of California. This was in Los Angeles, California, right? To gain order of the city. Newsom, all right, put out a video voicing his opinion. This video is a must watch. He's very vulgar. He talks about the president, and he holds no punches, okay? And said what he said was a sign of weakness. He said what the president and the Trump administration was doing was a sign of weakness, okay? And democracy as a nation, excuse me, y'all, and democracy as a nation was at jeopardy all across America, all right? Newsom actually sued the president and the defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, Hegseth, I'm sorry, y'all, over the matter. U.S. District Judge ruled that President Trump unlawfully dispatched the state's National Guard, okay? They called the president to end the military presence in Los Angeles. So a federal judge said President Trump needs to end and pull out these National Guards out of this state because basically they feel like allegedly the president and the Trump administration deployed these people into our streets or into the streets of California without consent from the governor, without the governor asking, and the governor and those people there in California feel like they could have it under control. They have their own police force that could have did things, and he's just escalating the situation, and as well as they feel like they're breaking the law. Okay, this is how they feel, right? From what I've read from the news. All right. Meanwhile, while all of this is going on, news reporter asked President Trump about his thoughts on Newsom and the protests and if he feel it was necessary. He saved the city. Oh, I'm sorry. President Trump went on to say in so many words that he did feel it was necessary, that he saved the city from the protesters, that they would have burnt the city down if he wouldn't have got involved. He said that they were acting as like animals. He said they take concrete, they throw it at cars. And Newsom should be in jail, right? For the way he handles and runs the city, in so many words, allegedly. So, in a couple interviews, press conferences, they did ask Trump about Newsom. They did ask about Newsom possibly being charged or being sent to jail for something. And Trump basically agreed. Trump basically was like, look, they probably should, because he did a terrible thing to the city. These probably weren't his exact words, but if y'all go look this up, y'all see it for yourself, okay? He in agreement with all of that, okay? He felt like, okay, that he didn't handle the city well. Wi-Fi check. All right. So, mind you, I have yet to see the National Guard leave LA. And from my research on that is they haven't left LA because it's still in progress as far as the courts and the judge and everything, as far as getting all the information together to eventually get them out of California, okay? I heard that the protesters were yelling, National Guard out of our streets, National Guard out of our streets, National Guard out of our streets, okay? This is the thing that's being yelled at them while they're protecting the streets of LA. Now, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what point that the peaceful progress into a riot before or after the release of the National Guard, but clearly the state of California felt as if they had things under control and they did not appreciate the moves that the president was making or the president administration was making. Y'all, this is just a bunch of craziness. Let's pause this for a second. I'm nervous. I am nervous because it's a lot going on. Now you got this Israel and Iran, or I don't know if it's Iran, Iraq, but I don't know. It's a new war that's taking place, that's being recorded and put in the news. It's so much going on. It's scary. You know what I'm saying? I want America to be peaceful. That's why I want America to be peaceful. You know, but let's move along. I saw the videos of vandalism, fires being started, and things like that. Just hope it all stays under control, okay? Not just that, they was setting on the Wayman cars on fire, the electrical cars that's in LA downtown that's meant to drive people, so people ain't gotta drive. You having a drunk night, you need a ride. They were setting them on fire too. Now, I'm not saying the peaceful protesters was doing that, but some of the bad people in the city, right? I'm not gonna say bad people, but some people were doing it. Alright, so I'm just hoping to stay under control, y'all, because this was a couple days ago. Now, this Saturday, alright, let's do this. This Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, today is Friday, so June 14th, which is tomorrow, we're having a military parade taking place in Washington, D.C., alright, or they're having one, right? I won't be there, but respect to that. It's supposed to be in a celebration of 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army. Also, it's around the president's 79th birthday. So Trump's 79th birthday is somewhere in this area amongst them celebrating this, right? I'm not sure what's the correlation, but the news did report that. Definitely make things more interesting. But what's even more interesting is the $40+ million. $40+ million. I was thinking billions and billions. Anyway, reportedly costs, right? It reportedly costs over $40 million of funds to do this parade. They're going to have military personnel. They're going to have machines and cars and all that good stuff, right? Whatever you want to see as far as the parade go when it comes to our military. And it's expensive, you know what I'm saying? It just made me wonder, how is this being paid for? You know, I can't count nobody's pockets, but is this coming from like taxpayers, or sorry, y'all, I'm talking a lot. Is it coming from taxpayers, or is it coming from some private source? I don't know, you guys. I really don't know. Alright, but that is interesting. If you guys know, leave in the comments. Alright. On the flip side, I guess there's a No Kings protest that's supposed to happen this weekend as well amongst multiple cities in America. At a recent press conference, someone asked President Trump about him wanting or acting as if he's a king, and in so many words, he basically said he didn't feel like a king, okay? He does not feel like a king because of the things that he has to do to get things done. So he's saying that's not what he is, that's not what he's trying to portray, but the people feel, some people who is definitely anti-ICE for sure, or who are Democrats, feel that that's what he is portraying, right? Allegedly. Another crazy thing that just happened was the Senator of California, right? This just happened yesterday, which was the 12th. Alright? And the Senator of California, Alex Padilla, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, okay? Alex, was forcibly removed from a press conference during the protest and attempt to ask questions about these events to the Secretary of Homeland Security while she was speaking, okay, at a press conference. From my understanding, he wasn't invited, but he did go in. He is the senator, and he proceeded to ask some questions, and in the middle of asking those questions, it got hands-on, okay? He didn't do anything physically, but it definitely got hands-on, and this is recorded, and this is on the news, okay? He just did an interview and a press release with Fox and CNN right after that incident happened, okay? Now, anyhow, the parade takes place, okay, near the National Mall on June 14th. So back on that. Just hope to see the peace in the situations, because violence is not the answer. Okay, so yeah, listen, y'all. Violence is not the answer. I'm gonna say it again. Violence is not the answer. We want America to be peaceful, y'all. The world is looking real crazy right now. It make you want to pray. It make you want to pray. It make you want to pray. And I just hope this thing doesn't get out of control, or too out of control, or it gets under control and things happen more peacefully. We don't want to see, I know I don't want to see nobody getting hurt. I don't want to see nobody getting treated super unfairly because of anything that can be worked out, especially if they're not a criminal. It is videos out here of the ICE agents going into workplaces and going into certain places, asking for paperwork, detaining people, things like that. The Trump administration allegedly put out that basically it's going to continue. They are going to go to other states. It's not going to stop. A lot of people are upset about the military presence. They like, look, they are trained to fight the enemy. They are not trained to police the streets of America. That's how some people feel. That's what some people were saying on the news. My opinion on it, I don't have a big opinion on it. Like I said, I just don't want the violence. I don't want things to go too bad to where everybody is suffering or a lot of group of people are suffering. Nobody want to see that in 2025. You know what I'm saying? We came so far as just people in general, and I hope that we can continue to go forward as Americans. Everybody who's here as Americans, I hope we can continue to go forward in a peaceful manner so our children can live a good life. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's about our future. You know what I'm saying? It's about us, but it's about our future. Without us, our future looks a little dimmer, and without our future, I don't know what we got, you know, going forward. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. This is gonna be the end of this stream. This is gonna be the end of this live. Y'all check out my IIC podcast. I should be putting something up real soon, y'all. You know, I gotta edit and all that good stuff. And then the next thing is my DIY channel. I had a little issue with that. That's why I haven't been posting. If you do look at my DIY channel, but that's coming up real soon. I'm gonna throw this up on YouTube once I'm done. All right. And love y'all. Shout out to my real supporters that's gonna stick with me. You know, even though I'm just getting started, I don't plan on stopping no time soon. And I'm out. Peace out.